Hello there. What a wonderful Saturday. And even more wonderful because Manchester City is at home to Arsenal. These two teams have been at the top of the table for this start, and they have been playing excellent soccer. Today it's going to be a tight one, a very difficult one as well, simply because of the fact there have been changes in one way or another with these teams, injuries for instance, and they have not really settled down to a few players that would have played every single match every time. Manchester City is guilty of this one because of injuries, and now they're restructuring in the portion of play for the midfielders. And when you think about it a second time, it's a weak side. Rodrigo and Stones in the midfield could not be considered comparable to De Bruyne and to Bernardo. And even you stick another one in, you can do Foden. But he's in there. They've got a strong back defender. Okay, Akanji is doing well. Skipper Diaz, very, very well indeed. And in terms of anything you look at, it's Laporte who's coming out of injury. How do we look in the context of Arsenal? As soon as you say Arsenal, I think of two people. Xhaka, a little forward, who is a magnificent player and has been getting a lot of goals, whether it's in the World Cup or not. There's also Xhaka in the midfield, and Partey is right next to him. They are good players. They are aggressive players, but they're very skillful. They pick good passes, and they could be the key factors in this game for Arsenal. They've got other players. Their defense is strong, but slightly vulnerable. If they come up with the opposition, like, for instance, Haaland, there could be a problem for them. And not only Haaland is in this one, they're now faced with Grealish on one side. They've got faced with Gundogan on another side. And then, of course, two midfielders, Bernardo and McBurn. Why should it be like that? I couldn't understand the difficulty of keeping De Bruyne and Bernardo in the middle of the field. However, it's never good to criticize the coach when you are not aware of whether there are injuries or there are differences of opinion and this, that, and the other. So we're looking forward to them. And we look at the front, we said it's Haaland, and Haaland is Haaland. We don't have to worry about that. What should we worry about, though? We should be worried about the effectiveness of Saka and Arsenal going down the right side. The midfield and the defense on the left side will have to watch very, very well. He is such a wonderful player. He doesn't do anything too much or too less. And he creates wonderful opportunities for his partners. When you've got, and you look in the middle of it and you see Jesus is right in the striking line together with Martinelli. This is a good pair, and it's a pair that can score goals. The difference between these two teams, Arsenal understands their game and they play it all the time. I didn't tell you that there was Zinchenko in their team and the left wing back. Who knows Zinchenko better than Manchester City? But let's continue to look at them in the text that they're doing. They're playing an orderly type of defense. But one of the things that sometimes they suffer with is the organization of who's defending and who is attacking the air balls. It is always a problem with them, and sometimes they clash themselves. This is going to be one of the problems. But their assets are getting the ball out to the forwards and supporting it if it comes right back. So they've got some assets. Manchester City always has assets. So long as Bernardo is there and so long as De Bruyne is there, there's going to be moving around. They'll be bringing their wing backs into play, and no doubt Diaz and Akanji in particular are wonderful, wonderful players in defense in terms of who's going first, I'll head it, or who's waking back, I'll cut it off. It is just a wonderful game that is in the making. I love what I see of Arsenal sometimes. So it's the same with Manchester City. But I tell you what, Manchester City has the difference of changing the pattern of the game quite often, thanks to Diaz. He does it wonderfully well. And then if you come to play in the midfield and you leave the opening passing lanes, De Bruyne's going to find it, and so would Bernardo going to find it. You can't judge the speed of Grealish on one side and Gundogan on the other. So let's wait and watch a good game. I think at home will bring the odds into Manchester City's favour. Let's hope it is that way. But at the same time, football is the winner of this game. It's going to be a good one. They are both at the top of the table, so I can't see them not performing extremely well. Good luck, gentlemen.